Well, welcome to my patio, friends and neighbors. I'm John, your whiskey neighbor, and today I am going to tell you my personal pick from the Jim Beam small batch bourbon releases. So catch you after the break. All right, as I said in the intro, I am going to taste these 4 Jim Beam products blind. I won't be blind, but my wife has poured them. I don't know what they are, but here's the lineup. One is the Knob Creek Single Barrel. This was my pick for Top Bourbon last year, 2017. It comes in at 60%, aged 9 years, and the bottle's getting a bit low, which might affect the taste. Then another Whopper here. Oh, that's 120 proof, 60%. Then we've got Booker's. Booker's is another small batch. It varies with age and strength. This one is batch 2016 01E. It's 127 proof or 63.85%. And this one's been aged 6 years, 1 month. Getting a little bit low on the bottle too. Both those are a bit older for me. Then we've got Baker's. Baker's carries a 7-year age stamp, and it's bottled at 107 proof or 53.5%. So we started at about 60%, 63%, 53%, so pretty big bourbons. And then we also, to round it off, have their mellow cousin, which is Basil Hayden. Basil Hayden is bottled only at 40%. And it doesn't carry an age stamp, just artfully aged. Yeah, so I think the mash bills across these guys are actually pretty similar. They might even be the same. My research really didn't tell me, but I know that the mash bill of this one has more rye in it. So even though it's at 40%, it has more rye. So I actually tried to shoot this quick comparison a couple of weeks back, and either I didn't accept the results or maybe my wife forgot what she'd poured, because I was just blown away with my picks. I'm going to try. The tough thing here is when you've got high proof bourbons like 63.8%, it can kind of blow up your palate a little bit, or blow out your palate, I should say. So we'll see what I can do. So the first one, I've got a, well, it looks like a Monarch Butterfly. Nice nose. A little bit of spice, a little bit of cinnamon. Not too bad. It's the Monarch Butterfly. I've got a green butterfly. Well, today that is a bit more mild of a nose. I got to lean in to get a bit more sugars. Yeah, not as spicy as the Monarch. A blue butterfly. This one has a bit more fruit. I'm going to say cherry. I like the nose on this one. Interesting. And then my last butterfly. I didn't know we were doing butterfly stickers. I've got a yellow butterfly. Oh, I like the nose in this one. It's definitely lighter, but it's actually got some kind of floral notes to it. Sorry, leaning in, I wasn't even looking at you guys. Boy, I like the nose. It's lighter, but a little floral, a little bit fruity, tinge of sour, just a tinge. Coming back to the blue. Deeper. A little more cherry, green. I don't know, can't find the nose in this one so much. Ooh, it's got to be higher proof. I leaned into it. That one singed the nose hairs a little bit. Back to the Monarch, the one I started with. Rich nose. Rich nose. Wow. So it's safe to say that I actually blind like all of these. Now I've reviewed all of these. I've given my preference. I know which one I hope I pick because I've recommended it more. I've talked more about it. But we'll see. So going back to the yellow, I'm going to give it a taste, real quick taste. Yeah, quite a nice nose. Okay. That one didn't evolve much on the palate. Stayed pretty close to vanillas. Brown sugars, blue. Whoa. Much fuller, much stronger. Right away took me into more toasted sugars. Okay, I needed to have water. I didn't get any water. All right, I'm back. I just suddenly realized I'd forgotten some water and a little bit of oat cakes. I got that from Roy at Aquavite, and they are definitely a palate cleanser. They just get rid of whatever you got going on. All right, on to the green. I like the cherry in this one. I like the fruit. Sugars. Maybe I'm warming up to it. The nose in this one's now really nice. Oh. Coating. Buttery. Bold. Wow. Oh, a little bit of spice. Yeah, back in cinnamon. Okay, right now, that's the leader. Try a little piece of oat cake again. Or I saw Tony and C the other day using salt, and I think they said they got it from Dr. Don Livermore. So I'm going to try that. This as a palate cleanser. When you're doing a big taste like this, it's so hard because these are all good bourbons, but they're all very similar. Like I almost wish I had one Canadian, one bourbon, one Scotch, but then it wouldn't be fair. I'd know what I was tasting right away. All right, Monarch. Oh, I like the nose on that too. Oh wow. Now that we're getting into it, I think I originally couldn't pick up the nose in the green one, but now I like it. I like the finish on both of those. Yeah. So when I first started kind of nosing and tasting this yellow one, actually I think I nosed it last and kind of perked up, kind of was good. But I suspect that this one is the significantly lower alcohol, which unfortunately kind of gives me a tip on probably what bourbon it is. But I did like the nose when I first got on it. It was a little sharp, but it had some nice spice and some interesting things. Now it's still got a bit of a citrus into it, like a lemon. But its flavors have been brought down. And that honestly could be because of the overwhelming nature of what else I'm tasting. But right now, that's in fourth, back here by the water. If you guys, I really like tasting really just two blind and comparing it, and then you get a sense of which one you prefer that day. So I do 4 like this, especially high proof bourbons. It's really not that fair. If you really want my insight, I think go back, check my channel. I've actually talked about each one of them. This is starting to be the order. The blue, A little more flavor than the yellow. The nose isn't exciting me that much. I'm going to change up the order I approach these two. Good spice. Good sugars. Almost a little bit of apple. Okay, that one, that time, I got a little bit of bitterness in there. Kind of staggering it. See there, now this time I went back to this one. This is the one I couldn't get a nose earlier. Then I got a good nose, now I'm not getting anything. There it is. Woo! This has got to be a higher proofer. Oh, it's so good in the palate. It's just so bold. And yet coating and yet oak. Like the wood is right there. Very spicy. No, not very spicy. In this context, perking up, spice. This nose is a bit better. It's a bit sweeter overall. Back here. Boy, that better but not be one of my favorites. Yep. Okay. So, very tough. This one that I'm going to go with my favorite is the Green Monarch. Its nose, a couple of times I've gone into, has eluded me, which I don't know what that means. It kind of confused me. But when I do get into it, it's just full of dark cherry and brown sugar and oak, and the flavor coats and perks up in the mouth. Both. I like both of those things. So it gives that full-bodied taste, you know, so you've got lots in the mouth going on. This one over here, the Monarch, I actually think it has a better nose than the green one, but it just didn't follow through. Yep, it has a better nose. But its flavors just aren't following through. The blue one has faded away. It also has a good nose though. Nope. Okay, so this better be it. I know you guys have been patiently watching. So one of the things though, that if you haven't done this, it's really nice to go with a friend, you know, to get a couple of bottles. I would suggest you don't try to do 4 right away, because the results are going to be crazy. But get a couple of bottles, but pour them blind for each other, and just talk about the whiskey instead of talking about what you think. Because, you know, Booker's right now in my neck of the woods, this is $85. Knob Creek Single Barrel, it's like $65. Baker's is, you know, 58. And Basil, or 55 maybe, and Basil's 48, that kind of thing, right? So right away you're going to think, oh, I'm going to like Booker's and whatever. But I know, not blind, I would have liked Knob Creek, I think, and then Booker's. And then it's a toss-up on my mood, because these are dramatically different. And Basil Hayden is a great bourbon, but at a lower proof. Well, let's see how I did. Okay, so this is the answer card my wife prepared for me. So, the yellow is Basil Hayden. Okay, so that, I still stand by that when I nose through them first at the beginning, I like the nose in there. And I would contest that is the rye. You know, the floral note, citrus, a little sour. You know, it was my least favorite in this context, but there are good things about Basil Hayden. Then my next favorite was blue, which is Baker's. I'm comfortable with that. Baker's, I'm told it uses a different yeast, a jug yeast or something, was one reviewer. But here it's like, you know, I had a little more going on than Basil Hayden, but kind of fell away as I got further up. Okay, now these were my top two, and honestly, it was back and forth. So my second favorite tonight was, that must be orange. Knob Creek Single Barrel. Oh man, Knob Creek I would have picked as my first. And it's nice, and it does have a nicer nose. But it was my second favorite, meaning my favorite tonight in this quick comparison among 4 of Jim Beam's small batch bourbons. Oh, this is Booker's 2016 edition, 2016-01, Bluegrass maybe. You know, and the nose still eludes me. I have to really lean in. And then I can get at that fruit and that toasted sugars and the oak. Oh, but it has held up in the test of time. You know, the Knob Creek might have suffered a bit because it's at the bottom of the barrel, or the bottle, sorry. So it might not be just as fresh as we know it can be. Well, guys, that was a lot of fun. So today, my choices, how should I line them up so you can see them at the end? My first choice was Booker's. Next, Knob Creek. Next, Baker's. I don't even know if we're in the shot, but we'll pretend we are. And last, Basil Hayden. But one thing that I would say, if you try to do a high proof bourbon shootout between 4 like this, and they go from 63.85% all the way down to 40, is the 40 starts to lose out only in that it can't bring its flavors forward as much as the other ones. Anyways, guys, thanks so much. John, your whiskey neighbor here. It was sure a lot of fun trying some live stuff on World Whiskey Day. And if you popped in, I was trying my camera just to try to get my hand around live. I'm going to try to do some lives. Some people have been asking if I could. But I really love to take the time to either dig into the history of a bottle, or in this case, like do a blind shootout. I just have a lot of fun sharing that with you. Hope you guys had some fun today too. Thanks for joining me, and you guys have a great Monday night on this long weekend. Cheers.